As a brain doctor, I want you to understand something many people overlook. Stroke is not simply the result of bad luck or age catching up with you overnight. It is often the final expression of years of hidden strain on your blood vessels, your heart, and your brain. After the age of 50, the risk of stroke rises sharply alongside other chronic illnesses such as heart disease, diabetes, dementia, and cancer. These conditions do not appear suddenly. They build quietly, shaped by daily choices, habits, and lifestyle patterns that may feel harmless but are silently pushing your body closer to danger. The truth is that chronic disease remains the leading cause of death among older adults in the United States. And stroke is one of the most devastating outcomes. Yet, here is the good news. Research and decades of medical observation show that adopting healthier habits, even later in life, can slow down this decline, strengthen both mind and body, and greatly reduce the chance of suffering a stroke. It is never too late to make changes that protect your independence, your memory, and your quality of life. Every small adjustment, from the food on your plate to the way you handle stress, carries the potential to shield your arteries and keep your brain sharp. Many older adults believe aging automatically brings weakness, pain, and inevitable decline. But that belief is dangerous. Aging does not guarantee poor health. What truly matters is how you live each day. Certain routines, if ignored, can increase the likelihood of a stroke striking in the quiet of the night or in the middle of an ordinary afternoon. In this video, I will share with you 7 powerful habits that research shows can strengthen your body, preserve your brain, and reduce the hidden risks that so often lead to stroke. And if you think it is too late to begin, I urge you to listen carefully. The science is clear. It is never too late to start. 1. Scheduling regular checkups. Many older adults delay seeing a doctor until symptoms appear. But stroke rarely gives you a warning. By the time you notice sudden weakness, blurred vision, or slurred speech, the damage is already happening inside your brain. This is why regular checkups with your primary care provider are not just routine appointments. They are a lifeline. A physician who knows your history can monitor blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels, all of which are silent drivers of stroke. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer because you may feel perfectly fine even as your arteries are under strain. The same is true for elevated cholesterol or hidden irregularities in heart rhythm, left unchecked. These small changes can build up over years until one day a clot or a burst vessel interrupts blood flow to the brain. Consistent medical visits allow these dangers to be identified early, often before they cause permanent harm. Beyond screenings, a strong relationship with your doctor means you are more likely to follow through on preventive treatments such as vaccinations, medication adjustments, and lifestyle guidance tailored to your unique risks. Think of it as regular maintenance for your most vital organ, your brain, just as you would never wait for your car engine to fail before changing the oil. You should not wait for a crisis before checking the health of your blood vessels and heart. Many strokes could be avoided if the warning signs were caught sooner. So, do not postpone care until illness forces you into the emergency room. Make that appointment now, keep it, and treat it as one of the most important commitments you can make to your future independence and quality of life. Each visit is another layer of protection, reducing the chance that a silent threat will turn into a devastating event. 2. Eating healthier. What you put on your plate each day has a direct and powerful influence on your risk of stroke. Many people assume diet is only about weight control. But the truth is far deeper. Every bite you take can either strengthen or weaken the delicate lining of your blood vessels. A diet heavy in saturated fats, salty, processed foods, or sugary snacks gradually thickens and hardens arteries, creating the perfect conditions for clots to form and blood flow to the brain to be interrupted. Stroke is often the tragic result of years of eating without awareness. On the other hand, a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean sources of protein gives your body the tools it needs to fight inflammation, regulate blood pressure, and keep cholesterol levels in check. These are not abstract benefits. Studies have consistently shown that older adults who adopt diets emphasizing fresh produce, fish, beans, and nuts live longer and experience fewer strokes and heart attacks. Imagine the difference between a breakfast of sugary pastries that spike blood sugar and a bowl of oatmeal topped with berries and seeds that provide steady energy and protect vessel walls. The first sets your body up for silent damage, while the second quietly shields your brain. Replacing butter, red meat, and fried foods with olive oil, salmon, or almonds can dramatically reduce harmful fats that clog arteries. Limiting salt is equally crucial because excess sodium drives up blood pressure. One of the most significant stroke risks, high blood pressure does not cause pain or discomfort until it has already strained your vessels beyond repair. By reducing salt in processed foods, you give your arteries a chance to relax and your heart a chance to pump without added stress. Even small changes matter. Substituting Greek yogurt for sour cream, choosing grilled chicken instead of fried, or keeping healthy snacks like apples and carrots available instead of chips are all practical steps that add up to long-term protection. Preparing meals ahead of time and freezing them can prevent the temptation of unhealthy fast food on nights when you are too tired to cook. Remember, eating healthier is not about strict deprivation. It is about making conscious choices that gradually turn your daily meals into medicine for your heart and brain. Every healthy meal lowers your stroke risk and strengthens your independence. Do not wait until illness forces change. Begin now, and let every plate become part of your protection plan. 3. Keep moving. One of the most powerful ways to protect your brain from stroke is also one of the simplest, and that is to keep your body in motion. Physical activity is not just about staying fit or looking younger. It is about keeping your blood flowing smoothly through the arteries that feed your brain. When you remain sedentary for long periods, your circulation slows, your weight tends to rise, and your blood pressure creeps upward, all of which increase the chance of a clot forming. Regular exercise, even in gentle forms, helps your heart pump more efficiently, improves flexibility in your vessels, and lowers the inflammation that silently damages your brain over time. You do not need to run marathons or spend hours at the gym. Walking briskly around your neighborhood, riding a bike, swimming, gardening, or even dancing can give your cardiovascular system the stimulation it needs. These activities increase oxygen delivery to the brain, sharpen memory, and reduce the risk of dementia. Another devastating condition that often walks hand in hand with stroke. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommend 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity each week, combined with strength training at least 2 days per week. That may sound like a large number, but broken into daily habits, it is entirely achievable. Just 30 minutes of walking 5 days a week can transform your health Strengthening exercises using light weights or resistance bands preserve muscle mass and protect bone health, which in turn prevent falls and injuries that can rob older adults of independence. Balance and flexibility activities such as yoga or Tai Chi are equally valuable because they stabilize posture, reduce stress, and create resilience in both mind and body. Every time you move, you encourage blood vessels to remain open and responsive, making it less likely for a blockage to take hold. Think of your body as a system designed for movement. The more you honor that design, the longer your brain will remain sharp and the lower your stroke risk will be. Staying active is not about competition or proving strength. It is about daily commitment to preserving your future. So do not wait until weakness sets in. Begin with small, steady steps. Build momentum, and let movement become your lifelong medicine against stroke. 4. Curb bad habits. If there is one category of choices that silently carves a path toward stroke, it is the habits we know are harmful, yet continue anyway. Smoking is perhaps the most destructive. Each puff sends thousands of chemicals into the bloodstream, damaging the delicate lining of arteries, thickening blood, and increasing the likelihood of a clot that can travel to the brain. Many older adults assume that after decades of smoking, quitting will not matter, but this belief is dangerously wrong. The body begins healing within a single day of stopping. Blood pressure lowers, circulation improves, and the risk of stroke drops steadily the longer you remain smoke-free. Alcohol is another underestimated threat. While occasional small amounts may not cause harm, excessive drinking places enormous stress on the liver, raises blood pressure, and triggers irregular heart rhythms, all of which increase the risk of a stroke occurring suddenly. The National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism advises older men to limit themselves to no more than 2 drinks a day and older women to no more than 1. Yet many surpass this guideline without realizing the strain it creates. Beyond smoking and drinking, other bad habits, such as relying on fast food, neglecting sleep, or avoiding medical care, also chip away at your defenses. The problem with these behaviors is not only their immediate effect, but the way they accumulate over time. Stroke rarely strikes out of nowhere. It strikes because year after year, the arteries have been inflamed, narrowed, and weakened. The hopeful truth is that it is never too late to reverse course. Quitting smoking today, cutting down alcohol, and making healthier substitutions can begin healing your body in ways you can feel within weeks. Replace a nightly drink with a calming tea. Swap a cigarette break for a short walk. And seek out support programs if stopping feels impossible alone. Each small step away from harmful habits is a step toward a healthier brain and a lower chance of waking up one day unable to speak or move because of a preventable stroke. Remember, every harmful routine you cut back or eliminate gives your arteries space to recover and your brain more time to thrive. 5. Sleep sounder. Many people underestimate the power of sleep, treating it as optional or something that can be postponed. But for the aging brain, restful sleep is essential protection against stroke. During deep sleep, blood pressure naturally lowers, the heart rate steadies, and the brain clears out toxins that accumulate during waking hours. When sleep is cut short or becomes fragmented, these healing processes are interrupted, leaving blood vessels under constant strain. Over time, chronic sleep deprivation raises blood pressure, disrupts blood sugar control, and triggers inflammation, all of which are major contributors to stroke. Older adults often face additional challenges such as difficulty falling asleep, frequent awakenings, or restless nights. Despite these changes, the need for 7 to 9 hours of quality rest does not decrease with age. When those hours are lost, the body pays a price. A tired brain struggles to regulate stress hormones, making blood pressure more likely to surge at night or in the early morning, the very hours when strokes are most common. Improving sleep hygiene is one of the most effective yet overlooked ways to protect your brain. Setting a consistent bedtime, avoiding heavy meals or stimulants late in the evening, and keeping the bedroom dark, cool, and quiet can all make a difference. Naps during the day can provide relief, but they should not replace the goal of restorative night sleep. Think of each night as an opportunity for your body to reset and heal. Without that recovery time, your arteries remain tense and vulnerable. Studies show that people with chronic insomnia or untreated sleep apnea face a significantly higher risk of stroke. Yet many never seek help because they view poor sleep as a normal part of aging. This is a dangerous misconception. If you snore heavily, wake up gasping, or feel unrefreshed despite a full night in bed, consult your doctor. Simple treatments can restore proper breathing and prevent silent damage to your brain. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a necessity. By protecting your rest, you protect your blood vessels and give your brain the chance to stay sharp and resilient. A regular pattern of sound sleep may be one of the most powerful medicines against stroke, and it costs nothing but your commitment to prioritize it. 6. Reduce stress. Stress is often dismissed as a normal part of life, but for the aging body and brain, it is a silent engine driving the risk of stroke. When you are under constant pressure, your body releases stress hormones that tighten blood vessels, elevate blood pressure, and make the blood more prone to clotting. These reactions were once useful in moments of danger, but when they occur day after day, they damage the very arteries that supply your brain. Over time, chronic stress creates a perfect storm in which high blood pressure, inflammation, and poor lifestyle choices combine to push you closer to a stroke. Many older adults do not realize how often stress shapes their daily routines. Worrying about finances, caregiving responsibilities, or health problems may lead to smoking more, eating poorly, or drinking too much alcohol, each of which adds fuel to the fire. The danger lies not only in the emotional burden, but in the physical consequences that silently weaken your brain's defenses. The hopeful truth is that stress can be managed, and even small adjustments can have a profound effect. Simple breathing exercises calm the nervous system and lower blood pressure within minutes. Practices such as meditation, yoga, or Tai Chi train the body to release tension instead of holding on to it. Gentle walks outdoors or time spent in a garden can restore a sense of balance while improving circulation. Social connections also play a powerful role in easing stress. Talking to friends, joining community groups, or participating in meaningful activities prevents the isolation that often magnifies worry and depression. It is important to recognize that managing stress is not about eliminating every challenge from your life, but about teaching your body and mind to respond differently. By finding healthier ways to cope, you prevent harmful hormones from constantly straining your heart and arteries. Think of stress as a hidden weight pressing on your vessels. Each moment you invest in relaxation lifts some of that weight and allows your brain to function more clearly. Stroke risk is not only shaped by what you eat or how much you move, but also by how you handle life's pressures. Make stress reduction part of your daily routine, and you will not only feel calmer, you will also be building one of the strongest defenses against stroke. 7. prevent social isolation and loneliness. One of the most overlooked threats to brain health and stroke prevention is not a physical habit at all, but the slow drift into loneliness. As people age, they may lose a partner, face health challenges, or find themselves less connected to the community. Hours spent alone can quietly increase stress, weaken the immune system, and raise blood pressure, all of which elevate the risk of stroke. Isolation does not simply affect the mind. It reshapes the body in ways many underestimate. Without regular interaction, depression and anxiety can take hold, fueling unhealthy behaviors like poor diet, inactivity, smoking, or excessive drinking. The combination of emotional strain and harmful habits creates a dangerous environment for the arteries that supply the brain. Studies consistently show that older adults who remain socially engaged have lower rates of stroke, heart disease, and dementia. Human connection provides more than companionship. It offers protection at the biological level. Laughter, conversation, and shared activities reduce stress hormones, improve circulation, and encourage a healthier lifestyle. Preventing isolation requires intention. Joining a local walking group, participating in community gardening, volunteering at a church or senior center, or enrolling in a dance class are simple yet powerful ways to stay connected. Even scheduling weekly phone calls or video chats with family can lift the burden of loneliness and create a rhythm of support. For those who feel hesitant, remember that reaching out is not a sign of weakness, but a vital form of self-care. Connection is as important as diet or exercise when it comes to protecting your brain. Each interaction helps stabilize mood, to reduce stress, and keep blood vessels healthier. If you notice yourself withdrawing, treat it as seriously as you would a medical symptom. Seek opportunities to rebuild your network. No matter how small the steps, loneliness is not just a feeling. It is a measurable risk factor for stroke, and one you have the power to change. By staying engaged with others, you guard not only your happiness but also your independence and brain health. Preventing isolation is not optional. It is one of the most powerful tools you have to keep stroke at bay. Doctor's final words. As a brain doctor, I want you to leave this message with a clear understanding. Stroke does not arrive like a bolt of lightning without warning. It builds slowly through years of choices, routines, and neglect. High blood pressure, poor diet, lack of movement, smoking, stress, and loneliness may seem unrelated when looked at separately, but together they form a web of risks that can suddenly tighten around you in the form of a devastating stroke. The hopeful truth is that you hold the power to change this path. Every healthy meal, every walk, every night of good sleep, every moment spent with loved ones strengthens your defenses. Each time you choose to quit smoking, limit alcohol, or manage stress, you are teaching your body to heal and protecting the arteries that keep your brain alive. Do not believe the myth that aging inevitably means decline. Aging is natural, but decline is not guaranteed. What determines your future is how you act today. You can still take control, no matter your age. And the benefits begin the moment you start. Think of these 7 habits not as restrictions, but as gifts you give yourself. They are tools that allow you to remain independent, to enjoy your memories, and to live with clarity and dignity. Stroke can take away speech, mobility, and freedom in a matter of seconds. But prevention gives you the chance to keep those treasures for years to come. My final advice to you is simple yet urgent. Do not wait until illness forces you to change. Begin now. Schedule that checkup. Choose healthier foods. Move your body. Let go of harmful habits. Prioritize your sleep. Calm your stress. And stay connected with people who lift you up. Protecting your brain is not about perfection. It is about persistence. Small daily choices add up to a lifetime of resilience. Take them seriously. And you will be giving yourself the greatest safeguard against stroke and the best chance for a strong, fulfilling future.